Hello my friends, those are the Wagner soldiers, and here they do complain that all of the supplies from the regular Russian army with ammunition shells for the artillery and tanks have been cut. They filmed this video in some sort of the hospital showing lots of the fallen soldiers in the plastic bags, so I cannot show you the full video on YouTube. For that, please join my Telegram channel. But still, they have lots of the ammunitions in their storages, and today Wagner was able to take one of the villages on the northern part from the Bakhmut city, but without the new supplies, it's just a matter of time then Wagner starts to lose the ground. And for sure, this address video to the Russian officials in the Russian army will not change anything. And this is not a hoax. I found this video on the official Wagner Telegram channel. Again, it's the confirmation of the conflict between the regular Russian army and the Wagner group. The UK Defense Minister Ben Wallace says that Russia is failing their new advancement in Ukraine. Yes, they take some of the land, but not by kilometers, but by meters. And this isn't effective at all because they're losing lots of the men to take those meters, and from the strategic perspective, they're not winning anything. So as we know, for now, Russian goal is to occupy the southern part of Ukraine together with Donbass and put the puppet government in Kiev. And with this failed strategy and the resources that Russian army has, they cannot achieve those goals. Allies increasing the military help for Ukraine, and they do expect that Ukraine will go on a full counteroffensive operation on the south. This might happen in April. First of all, we'll get what we need for the counterattack, and secondly, the weather should be fine. The problem that I see that some of the politicians on the western side also tell that Ukraine should negotiate with Russia, so our counteroffensive operation might be stopped on the south, and then they want to trade some of the Ukrainian territory for the peace with Russia. I hope that we're not gonna see this scenario in the future. As for the new big Russian attack, they still have the window up to 3 weeks, and after, because of the weather conditions, the ground turns softer and softer. But for now, they were unable to create the big resources for their second try as the last year, and basically they lost half of their tanks. That's why Ukraine has all of the chances not to win the war this year, but dramatically change the situation for bad to Russia. Poland is looking to supply their MiG-29s to Ukrainian army as well as Slovakia, and there should be the coalition for F-16s. Now some of the United States senators asked Joe Biden to provide F-16s to Ukrainian army, and also United States officials say that they don't mind if some of the other country will supply F-16s to Ukraine. As you can see, for the fighter jets, we have many of the options: MiG-29s, F-16s, and our pilots have already passed the training to fly those. Also, our pilots will go for the training to UK to fly Eurofighters, Typhoons, and we have the option for the Swedish fighter jet Gripen. I honestly believe that Ukraine will be supplied with the fighter jets this year. Poland is also ready to handle to Ukraine more Leopard 2A4 tanks, but those need some repairs, and they ask Germany to provide the spare parts for those tanks. The United States and allies are hunting down Russian spies. I think nowadays it's easier to do compared to the Soviet time, than the Soviet spies were really tough to uncover. And just to recall the failed assassination of Skripal in UK, performed by the Russian spies, so they completely wasted that operation. Russia wants to block the Twitch platform inside the Russian Federation. Wonder why? Because there are not many opposition leaders in that platform, unlike in YouTube. Well, maybe it could be the first step in blocking the YouTube after the Twitch. So from one side, it's good, Russia is getting more and more isolated, but on the other hand, there are lots of the opposition leaders on YouTube that still have the channel on influence in Russia. And more about the Russian losses, according to the Times, they lose around 2,000 troops per every 100 yards, that is around 90 meters. So if Russia wants to get through all of the Ukraine to the border with Poland, they would have to waste their entire man population. Alright, and let's go to the map. Here we have not a big changes, but there are. Russia today was successful. Over here they took Paraskovivka village on the north, but according to the map they didn't really take all of the village. Still, the part of it is under Ukrainian control, and it's not really far away from the Bakhmut city. But the main important thing is happening over here. Russians were pushed away from Ivansk at Chasiv Yar, and still were not able to gain their positions. And also today Russians moved on the north over here towards Kupiansk. It was reported before that Russia is trying to get the new assault on Kupiansk city, and today they took one of the villages over here, so it's not a good sign, but Russia gathered lots of the resource for their next possible new big attack. But with their achievements in Vuhledar and in Bakhmut, then they just cut supplies for their private military army Wagner. They cannot really advance as fully as 1 year ago. At least we have all the signs that say like that. My friends, and now please press the like to this video. Also, you may check out the video description. There you may find some of the links of how you can support my channel and the job that I do on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.